Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Let's hang up on our mom together.
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Mom just keeps talking, and we just keep dissociating further and further into this spiral of, experience that is our life. We just hang up on her halfway, like 5 minutes after. She just keeps going.
I mean, we talked about, so a little bit, once we actually stopped for a minute, we stopped for a tiny break and we were discussing it, going, this sounds like the weirdest family I've ever heard. Did they really honestly forget that she's 21?
And they're like, yeah, now that you're 21, we'll just go on family vacations?
Like, who does that?
Who does that with their adult child by themselves? So the only familiarity I have with it is that some people will take their extended family on vacations, like grandpa and grandma. I've known some families, and one of my friends has a family where they're like, the grandparents will take their kids and their spouses kind of thing on like cruises and stuff, or that the parents will take their adult kids with their spouses on a vacation kind of thing.
Right.
But if there's not like a spouse and grandkids to take, you don't really do it.
Yeah, that's really weird. I said, it sounds like a rich person behavior, not a weird, desperately poor kind of behavior. Also going, we go on family vacations is actually a privilege that most people who have more money are more able to do, period.
Yeah.
That is not a common thing in the United States at all.
I have never, or at least it isn't in the financial bracket either of us have been in. And
yes.
Me being in the much lower and my friend being in the more middly.
Yeah.
In our childhoods.
Yes.
And also then in our parents staying in those brackets in our adulthoods while our
yes.
finances have done whatever they've done, because you don't just keep the finances you were born into.
No.
At all times. Anyway, that was a really super weird, interesting phone call kind of thing, and I'm just like, here we go. I think my friend Scandal's a bit scandalized, just to say.
I'm a little frustrated. I don't know. Anyway, keep going. We can do this. I'm also just like, I want to be done.
Yeah, we're ready to see what the wrap of this game is. Honestly, I want it to be some cool ass reveal. I really do. I want it to be something intense and fun and interesting, because they have drugged this out for a while. We hang up a few minutes later. I drop down in bed, just lying there with eyes wide open. And this is how I describe it to myself in my head, because when you're dissociating really hard, it's really important to try and connect to your reality in some way. And so I've used that technique of just really labeling the things in my immediate environment, the actions that I'm doing, the objects that are there. Sometimes it helps. The house is so quiet without the dragon princes knocking around, Phoenix yelling at someone or blowing something up, Rye just being loud and cowboy. It feels so wrong. Honestly, Dylan almost never made any noise, just to be fair.
I'm also just like, when did they ever really make noise?
I know, right?
I'm actually bothered because I don't remember her mentioning in any way. I think
they really only ever made noise when she was around them.
Yes.
Like when it was, we're near the kitchen together, we're doing dinner together, we're having a conversation together.
Or she was walking down the hall and heard noise. It's not
and I overhear them talking over there.
Yeah, that's not like them deliberately making a ton of noise. I don't know. I just don't like the wording, plus also I'm annoyed anyway, so...
Okay, obviously you need a toddler AU where everything happens exactly the same for no reason, but they're all like 3, and so the dragons, princess, it's so quiet without them in the house, and it's them screaming and running down the hallways and throwing toys at each other, and climbing up on the sinks and knocking stuff down, painting with peanut butter.
Yes.
And Grandpa's just like, well, there's the dragon princes, and we'll just have to figure out who you want to marry. Smol, oh, yeah, wasn't I gonna marry you when I grew up? Because still 3, you just marry the, you think that marriage is to the man in your life that's the coolest, right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. Anyway, so the way they did, like, the chibi attack on Titan and everything's supposed to be adorable, you could just switch this up that way.
Yeah, you really could.
It feels so wrong.
I guess.
And we're back into grayscale.
But now we're into dragon form, actually, or as dragon as these guys apparently get.
I still want to see their damn tails. I also feel like maybe they should have claws or something. I want more than just ears and horns. This is like the minimal Kimono Mimi requirement. Kimono Mimi, sorry.
Kimono Mimi, yep.
Like the minimal. Like this is minimal cat girl requirements. Like usually, tail at least.
Yes.
Phoenix. Dylan. Why am I thinking of them in their dragon forms right now? Rye. And then I really did want to see all of them as dragons, and I never got to. I really miss them so much. It's only been a couple of hours since the messengers picked them up, and honestly, my heart feels empty. how will I ever get back to life without them? How will I ever find and settle into my old identity when I now have the sense that any identity I have can just be ripped from me by a greater authority at any time?
That's not the way to develop a complex at all.
Oh, that might have been a little bit dark. Well, Oh, next chapter.
Oh,
There's
please.
another chapter. Okay, maybe the last chapter?
Oh, I told you.
Continue on.
Oh, I told you. Oh, God.
Okay, here we go. The princess just left and didn't come back, apparently. Anyway, so this is exactly where, like, the chapter loaded in, and this is what we see.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been weeks since the dragon princess left. What have we been doing during that time? None of this time was important because Smol's life is not important, except in reference to these boys. What?
I love where it says Proctomani.
Oh,
boards,
the little sign.
chalkboard, chalkman, chalkman, or something. I can't even read it. It's super funny now.
Chalk pens.
Chalk pens. Oh,
chalk
boy.
pens. Chalkboards. A-boards, chalkboards, chalk pens.
Chalk pens.
I don't know what A-boards are. I don't know either. Anyway, I like that there's the little place. So
It's a little.
since the dragon princess left, since then I haven't heard any word from them or the elders. Oh wow, this was like deadpan. Like all of them, they got taken back, and they're pretty much like everyone going. Even Rye can't run away back to the human world. They must have pulled something hard.
Something big.
Like wow, and going. You know what? This generation, we're all marrying into our own kind or whatever, because there now is no Dragon Slayer princess.
Right.
Or something like that, and going, we've now immediately arranged marriages for all of you, and I don't care, Rai, what your issues were before, you will now marry this person who will hunt you down in the human world if you don't.
Right? That would be horrifying.
I am a badass, and you are going to follow protocol. Him. Shit.
Ah, shit, man.
It's driving me nuts. I haven't even asked Grandpa if he can contact them or tried to do anything. I haven't even tried to text Rai. Honestly, I still have his phone number. Does that work in the Dragon world? I've just been so depressed. I've basically done nothing but mope around for weeks, not eating ice cream because I'm lactose intolerant. One time I wish I could mope around and eat ice cream like they do in the movies, and I can't do it.
Because I just didn't get the lactose or the lactate, basically, ice cream.
There is no sound. Like,
there
she is in a bubble of overwhelm.
Uh-huh.
Like, the level of... Okay, so director-wise, or like storytelling-wise, the absolute dead silence here suggests an intense level of being, like, stuck in your own head. Like, you can't hear or connect to anything. So the idea that 2 weeks have passed with nothing happening in her life, like, she's just been completely in a bubble, I'm kind of feeling the weight of it at the moment. I might as well face it. They're not coming back.
Yes, and the game can end.
Woo!
Thank you guys very much for joining us. I have the scandal, and I really want to be done with it. So I'm like, oh, this is so.
They
artificial.
haven't sent a carrier pigeon. They haven't sent mail.
A raven.
Why hasn't Rai texted me? Oh my God, he has my damn number. And if they could track my phone before, they should all have my freaking number. You know what? They don't even have to come and see me. They could use my damn cell phone, email. He could have contacted me on Prodigy. Oh my God. What if they're all under house arrest? What if they don't actually like me and none of them want to contact me at all? They're not coming back. What if all of them were having the same kind of artificial, like, acclimation to the situation that I was, and now they're helping them rebuild their identities without me back there, and they're realizing that they didn't have any attachment to me other than what was ordained by the actual agreement and standard itself, and he's still in okay? That was his whole life.
Phoenix. Hello. Excuse me. I'm just off over here. What are you doing? You all right? You seem like you're going down. You're spiraling. You know the thing they call it? They're spiraling?
Right.
Going into a vortex of water.
You're having that whirlpool effect in your thoughts. They're all wet.
Oz, what? Because I imagine this is exactly what's gonna happen.
So I don't know. They're not coming back.
I'll never see them.
My birthmark has been fading every day and is almost gone now. Have your parents come back yet? They're 2 weeks away. They're walking back on foot across the Atlantic.
Right?
Whoa.
They're impressive merfolk, I see.
Good job, them. You have all of these amazing skills. Do you know the Dragon Slayers have all of the skills because they can just kin to each of the dragons depending on what element they need to connect to? What? You're kidding useful and very important. That's why we have such incredible prowess.
Well, and
we can take on any of their nature abilities at any time.
Yeah, and that's what your grandpa was teaching you about.
All the time that we left you with him. He was a great dragon slayer. He, of course, has taught you everything by now. What? Grandpa, I think I'm actually going to get violent with you. I might actually hit you. Oh my god. That's not the answer.
What is up, my child? Are you all right?
Do I have elemental powers?
Of course, you have always had elemental powers. My child, I have always tried to impress them upon you.
Stares at him deadpan for a long time to try and get the gravity of the fact that she's never heard of this ever across to him. You
This
mean
is it. Boop.
always, like, right now when I've asked about it?
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa, you know you're a little bit senile, right? Okay. It's almost gone now. I can't believe that spell Mom and Dad uncovered actually worked. I wonder if they're going to disperse it throughout the Dragon Slayer community and give it to all potential parents so that this will never happen ever again. And I can look on that really strong bright side where no one else will ever be left in the dark and confused and then have this conflicting experience that I've had. And wouldn't that be an amazing thing if they just then went, you know what? The pact is still in place for peace, so that whenever a Dragon Slayer princess is born, you guys have to marry, one of you has to marry her. But one will just never be born because everyone who gets pregnant can invoke the spell. And it'll be this sort of wild truce that everyone just loses all context for and peace is maintained. Is that what they're going to do? I almost have faith in my parents for 2 seconds. After all the fighting and the politics, do I know about politics at all? Like, what kind of politics are we talking about? We're just talking about, like, the elders giving me that rundown of what's expected to me that one time that I zoned out for and didn't really pay attention to.
Or was that thing from Mr. Fox?
After all the dates and the flirting, we didn't flirt a whole lot. Phoenix was pretty hard on the flirting, but, and, you know, Rai got there in the end a little bit really directly, but, did I ever really flirt? I don't know if I did. Shit, I might have forgotten to flirt.
No,
I've been forgotten. Oh, hey. My old workplace. Hey, we've connected to reality a little bit. The music's back.
Hey,
we're going
congratulations.
a point of connection.
Yeah, something we know.
Looks like Mr. Stanley hired my replacement. I see her running around now, being cute in the really crappy aprons they have. Gosh, seeing my old life is weird. I mean, I didn't go back to try and get my job back because it would have just been too awkward, you know, the marriage fell through, and I never got along well with my coworkers anyway, and I've been too disorganized to get a new job. I raised my eyes, looking up to the top of the building. I've always wanted to check out the view from up there. I'm actually, in this moment, starting to remember things that I wanted to do. Maybe this is a good sign. They say that when you're unhappy, you should try and do things you like. And sometimes that's things you haven't done yet.
No.
Now seems as good a time as any. If one of them comes flying in as a brilliant, beautiful dragon and picks us up, I'm going to be so impressed with this game. They actually have one illustration of an actual dragon.
No, I don't think you realize where this could potentially go.
Nope.
I'm going to go up there to the edge of a building where I've been really depressed and really unhappy for a couple of weeks.
God.
And then what's going to happen is they're going to show up to save me from killing myself.
Oh my god, that's really dark. But on the other hand, some of this game has been pretty dark.
I also would completely believe it of this game, because screw this game.
Whoa, there's a garden and everything. But this is a big-ass building.
Is this like the other part of Rise? Oh god.
I get this almost looks like a shift over on his roof. It really kind of does. Clouds, lightning, fire, water. Standing on the edge of the roof. I take a deep breath. Oh god.
I told you.
Alright, so yeah, warnings for content, my bro. This is a little dark. Before letting it out again. I'm glad there's a fence there, but I am a little concerned about this setup. If only the Dragon Princes, all three of them, as a singular unit, and not in the individual one that I have suggested I am most connected to, were here with me now to enjoy this. Honestly, we have had fun when it was all three of us. It'd be great if I didn't even have feelings for one of them and just actually had friends, you know? Friends, I think. I have one friend, don't I? I've completely forgotten about Corey during this time.
Yeah, what about Corey?
I do my best to blink the tears out of my eyes. I didn't even realize I was crying. Get it together, Small. This is your life now. The dragon princes who have names and are separate people. I'm not gonna stop rubbing that in. I really, like, linguistically, they could have made her treat them more like individual people. And
Yes.
again, they could have committed to the idea of, I miss one of them romantically and all of them as friends, or just gone, there's the one I'm fixating on because I'm trying to drive the reader/player into this one route. So
Yes.
my strongest critique for this thing is really going, pick your language and your direction. If you're going to make it vague, keep it vague the whole way. And if you're going to make it specific, keep it specific the whole way, or separate the two and do them both with different conventions.
Yeah.
Like, really, it would help. The dragon princes wouldn't want you to be sad like this if they care about you at all and they weren't just, acting on obligation. Still, I miss them so much. Normally, I'm really isolated, and I never really figured out or thought about how much I'm isolated until I had 3 men in my life every single day. I don't even really talk to Grandpa that much.
I bet you it's Rye. All right.
Really?
No!
I was gonna bet it's her friend.
Or Corey?
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, God. Well, I could be like...
All right, go ahead.
I think it's Rye, so...
Okay.
No! Don't do it, Small! Please!
Huh? Who is that? I grip the ledge, looking over at the street below. Someone is down there, calling to me. I squint to get a better look, but they've already rushed into the building. Moments later, the door to the roof swings open. There I see... Oh my God, you get to choose?
And you get to say nobody?
Oh my God, this is their... Okay, I just have to stop for a second going... None of them actually come back for you unless you, the player, choose it. That's the weirdest fucking convention for me. Nobody. I'm going to choose nobody.
Oh
Except
my God.
for who was yelling at whomst then? So
I've lost it is what's happened.
Oh my God, is you're yelling in your own head? Okay, so I'm not going to, as a player, compel any of them to come back. And if she's turning around to look to see who it is, I can't actually choose any of them because she's not choosing. So stick with me here for a second, just talking this through.
All right.
If she is a person turning around to look, there is no choice for her to make as to who it is, unless it's an amalgamous, like amorphous form running through, and then she chooses who it is and it turns into them.
Yeah.
Like, unless she's basically hallucinating this thing. So I'm going to say nobody.
I dare you,
Because
go ahead.
you can't
Go right
make
ahead.
it be one of them. Does that make sense
Yeah,
to you?
no. I totally get your point. Yep, there's
All right.
nobody there.
It's nobody. I felt like someone opened the door, but there was nobody. Oh, it must be some kind of illusion? Or must have been. My God, where are they going with this? I am so
Holy
confused.
shit. Can we actually say no?
And the wind opened the door? Maybe? I feel like somebody had to do something. Maybe it is your friend Corey or something like that. Like, I don't even know. Somebody certainly yelled at someone. I look at the sky again, thinking about 3 dragons. Lovely smile. 3 dragons all have one smile they possess. Okay, maybe 3 dragons and their smiles? Like,
oh my God.
that's so weird. It might be a good chance, Smol,
It might a good chance. Oh God.
to live my life with my own will. Not for the strange destiny or curse.
You can pick an option.
Okay, this is
without them.
interesting. Is she gonna self-actualize here? So, what happens?
Is this the end?
1 year has been passed. Okay, the language. I'm just also 1 year is all one word.
This is so bad.
1 year has been passed. Now I have a new job at the ice cream shop. That's so cute. Hi, welcome to Ice Cream. Oh, it's her.
Princess!
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. We actually see her legs.
She actually has more legs.
She's actually tall. Holy shit. Is that a little figure? That is not a little figure. That is a tall ass person. Runs up and throws her arms around my legs. Oh my God. She kneels down anyway. Same behavior as before. Slides on her knees and pep around my legs. I appreciate Rosemary and her enthusiasm and how positive she is. And it's so weird how differently abled they wrote her, but I love how sweet she is.
I do too.
Like, she is a genuine, like snowflake, if you will, like just sweetheart. You
Yes.
know? Like, that's what I'm looking for, like cinnamon roll, that's what I'm after.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, not snowflake.
No,
Snowflake
I
is
was like,
ooh, special snowflake.
I was trying to go like sugar kind of thing, and my brain went something white, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're in an ice cream parlor.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Yeah, I get you.
A little figure runs up and throws her arms around my legs. Rosemary! I hug her back before noticing the figure behind her. Mr. Fox!
Hello, Small. It's good to see you.
How are you and Rosemary doing? she's like, I married one of the princes. Oh my god, that'd be
That
freaking
would be super
hilarious.
funny. Good, good. Don't worry, I'm working a steady job now.
Really? You're not suffering? I'm so glad.
No more chasing dragon dreams for me.
And once that resource was removed from sort of dangling in front of you impossibly and being distracting, you went out and made other choices and you're stable now. Well, it may have been a dream, but that doesn't mean it can't come true. Wait, what?
What?
No more chasing dreams. That's fine. Good job for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you have other options.
Daddy, it's our turn.
Yeah, what can I get you? You have to get out
Okay,
behind
Rosemary.
Rosemary, you have to get out from behind the counter, okay?
Let's go order.
He takes her hand, leading her to the counter. As Rosemary stretches to point to her favorite flavor, the back of her dress shifts slightly. Wait a minute. The back of her high dress, there's gotta be it. Like, she's not wearing that jacket if we can see the back of her dress. So the art doesn't match. Rosemary? Is that a birthmark? Oh my god, what is... That's the end of the game? Oh my god! Her dad was freaking right. He just jumped the gun. Also, your parents just played a game of musical chairs and shoved it off to someone else. Also, if they all already got involved with someone else, she's gonna have to meet brand new princes when she finally gets to the damn age of 21. Because she's supposed to be like 9 or something.
Oh my god.
And she's written like a 3-year-old?
Yeah, no, I'm like, what?
Alright, well, I am going to rate this game. But not right this minute, because I'm not going to write that on screen.
Oh.
That's the whole thing.
Yep.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I like that we got to go take care of ourselves, though. And that we moved on, and we went, you know what?
Oh.
Even though I had this experience, it doesn't mean that I'm defined by it. I'm interested that our parents are still not in our lives at all. They're like, we'll come back, we promise, honey. They never exist
And they never show up ever
Right?
again.
You're just like, I am still the completely independent and, unmired adult that I've ever been. Okay, guys, that was amazing. I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your ideas, your reactions. That was a trip.
So what did you think about it?
Honestly, we are out of time here. I feel like we should do
want to?
a wrap up as a separate episode.
I mean, we didn't do that with Yowie Beast Boys.
I know, but I think I would like to. This was much longer.
Okay, not much longer, but okay, that's fine. All right, well, thank you very much, guys, and for joining us. Holy shit, I don't even know what to say right now. Thank you very much. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon. We got some links in the description down below.
Oh my god.
But holy crap! Wow! I have been scandal.
And that was a hell of a trip. I have been Liz. And it was great playing with you. Bye.